Apple just surprised us with the release of AirTag version 2. This has got some new capabilities with the Apple Watch and some other small improvements, and the price is the same. But this isn't the most exciting thing from Apple this year, and that's kind of on purpose because there are 20 other products coming from Apple this year that are gonna be super exciting. Between the iPhone Fold and the iPhone 18, we've got some pretty big Mac upgrades coming soon. Let me break down Apple's plans for this year, all of the big product announcements we should be seeing, and also give a big thanks to our friends at Storyblocks for sponsoring this video, but a bit more on them later. All right, so when it comes to Apple's plans for this new year, I feel like we can kind of break all the stuff down into two big groups. There is the brand new, exciting stuff that is kind of a first of its kind, but also on the flip side is a bunch of the expected stuff. Stuff like AirTags version 2, like an update coming for the HomePod Mini. We've got a bit of an update coming to the Apple TV, some spec bump updates coming to the iPad Air and the iPad Pro, stuff like that. So just kind of know that in addition to the dozens of new products we're gonna be getting, there's a bunch of the spec bump upgrades coming as well. For example, we've actually heard that the MacBook Pro could be getting an upgrade 2 times this year. The first, with an announcement coming maybe as soon as this video releases, is the announcement of the M5 Pro and M5 Max version of the MacBook Pro. And then later on this year would be the bigger upgrade that would be giving us an OLED display on the MacBook Pro, maybe the launch of a touchscreen version of the MacBook Pro as well. And then also with all of this news about Apple kind of switching up the dynamic island or shrinking it or maybe putting it in the corner, I wonder if we could finally see a true dynamic island on the MacBook Pro, or maybe even Face ID, or maybe some kind of difference with the notch situation on the MacBook Pro. It seems like a pretty big upgrade is coming, and that should be coming later on this fall, with a smaller update coming obviously before then. And that actually looks to be a theme from Apple for this year, because I know that Macs in general aren't the sexiest, most exciting things ever, but some years are actually a little bit more exciting than others, and there should be some pretty good stuff for the Mac lineup this year. And again, in addition to the spec bump upgrades coming to the iMac and the MacBook Air and the Mac Studio and Mac Mini, there is also going to be the introduction of a brand new Mac that we've never actually seen before, which is a new lower cost version of the MacBook, maybe MacBook Air, MacBook SE, maybe just MacBook, coming as soon as basically any time now, launching sometime this spring. The big deal with this is that it could be launching in a couple of fun new colors. It would have around a 13-inch display. It's also going to be packing an A-series chip, but the biggest deal of all is the price, as this would be one of, if not the lowest prices ever we've seen for an Apple laptop. Now, we don't know how low Apple's gonna go, maybe $699, $799, maybe, dare I say, $499 for this thing. All right, moving on is the next announcement from Apple this year. It's gonna be super exciting. I cannot wait for this to open up, and that is that visitors will be actually able to go into Apple Park for a new immersive experience that takes you into the design lab to a fully replica version of an Apple store that is filled with all new innovative products. That is going to be super cool, and I'm sorry to say, isn't exactly real. Maybe one day it will be real, but it's not real, at least for now. But it does go to show how visual components can tell a very compelling story and can definitely make things feel more immersive and more legitimate, and just kind of makes things look and feel better, which is why I love teaming up with the folks over at Storyblocks, the sponsor of this portion of this video, because they are like your one-stop shop to go for really high quality, really authentic stock footage, including a lot of cool Apple stuff, but also a bunch of great motion templates, overlays, music tracks, sound effects. Basically, if you are a creator, you need to be using Storyblocks. Storyblocks makes it so simple and so easy because they have got all the assets you would want and need in one place. They're all super high quality, and it's all unlimited. So you can, download as many as you need to, create to your heart's content, try things, see what flows, see what doesn't. They're all unlimited, and they've got all the licenses taken care of, so you can focus on creating and download what you need and use what you need, and get your channel whitelisted in the back end, and you're good to go. They're gonna handle all the licensing, everything is royalty free. If you're in the Adobe suite, Hopefully, you're going to love some of these special integrations they've got with some of their products like Premiere Pro. Even if you use Final Cut, you can like drag and drop video clips and like overlays right in. It's gonna work beautifully. And also, in addition to all this stuff being super high quality, their catalog is always getting new additions. Things are always getting refreshed, so it always feels fresh. And again, all of the licensing complexities are done for you. So if you want to get started with unlimited media downloads at one set price, Storyblocks makes it super simple. All you gotta do is head to storyblocks.com/theapplecircle or hit the link right down below in the description to get started right now. Along with that, we should also see some other iPad and Mac spec bump updates throughout the spring, and then also potentially the launch of a pretty special iPad update, which could be an all-new iPad mini. This has kind of felt like the forgotten iPad model in a lot of cases. Sometimes it gets some love, sometimes it doesn't, but the big story with this refresh is that it could be getting an OLED display, and hopefully with OLED ProMotion. So this would be getting a 120 Hz, potentially, ProMotion display, which could kind of make the iPad mini like the iPad Mini Pro or iPad Pro Mini that everybody's always wanted. And then another set of products that should be launching in the spring, according to the rumors, that could be way out of left field, is an all-new Apple Home Hub, some kind of new 6 or 7-inch square screen device that kind of looks to combine an iPad with a HomePod that would be kind of your home control. This would run the new Siri, the more intelligent Siri that should be better and more capable, that would kind of run your home, play music, manage your calendar and things like that. And also one of the big emphases here, the big emphasis, if I can get my grammar correct here, is that this would control a new fleet of home accessories also made by Apple. We've heard that with the launch of this new HomePad thing, we would also see Apple enter into the home space with potentially a new Apple security camera that would work with HomeKit secure video, and then also maybe along with that or later on this year, or maybe next year, other home accessories like a thermostat and then also a smart lock. We've actually seen a couple of exciting smart lock announcements come from CES with kind of Face ID inspired home locks and Thread inspired home locks and ultra wideband support, and it looks like Apple might be jumping into the arena themselves with the introduction of their own smart lock and other accessories coming with this new thing. Definitely seems a little weird for Apple to enter this space, definitely more uncharted territory, but again, 2026 is going to be a year of surprises, and this is a new category Apple is expected to enter into very, very soon. One of the other very weird announcements that has gone from speculation to now a little bit more concrete is the introduction of a new version of AirPods Pro. Now, this wouldn't be AirPods Pro version 4, but it would kind of be like AirPods Pro 3 Plus, like a slightly enhanced version of the current AirPods Pro that could have a better chip inside for better, higher quality spatial audio processing. And the big thing is that these would apparently have an infrared camera built into the stem that would kind of, according to rumors, combine AirPods with Vision Pro and have like hand gesture support built in, so you could like control your music not just by like touching the stem, but like swiping in the air, kind of like Vision Pro. This sounds crazy and definitely sounds, again, very un-Apple-like to do an update this fast, but according to now multiple sources, this actually has got a pretty good shot of coming this year and could be a really cool new addition to the AirPods lineup. So AirPods 3 Pro, AirPods Pro 3 Plus could be coming with kind of a little bit of Vision Pro magic built in very soon. Of course, software is going to play a big addition to the lineup for the year as well. We've heard a bunch of news coming on iOS 27, specifically that Apple is deepening their relationship with Google to make Siri better, and also that they're going to be building their own kind of AI chatbot for Siri in iOS 27 that would kind of compete with OpenAI and Claude and these other kind of projects that would make, hopefully, Siri better and you could chat with it and do more things. That would be super cool. And then, of course, the big star of the show in the fall is going to be a new slate of iPhones. Now, we will not be getting an iPhone 17e or an iPhone 18, but instead the fall would be reserved for 3 phones: an iPhone 18 Pro, an iPhone 18 Pro Max, and of course the all-new iPhone Fold. With all these phones getting some new silicon inside, the big story with the Pros could be a higher quality camera system. We might be seeing a smaller dynamic island, or maybe the Face ID components being under the screen and then a little cutout on the corner. The rumors mill's kind of split on how that's going to work. And then of course the iPhone Fold is supposed to be this revolutionary new phone that really hides the crease in a really innovative way and would kind of open up like a book and give you kind of the first really unique iPhone experience we've had basically since the iPhone X back in 2017. So almost a decade in the making for a brand new iPhone experience coming later on this fall with this iPhone Fold. And then finally, to round out the year, I've got a couple of weird wild cards we should discuss very briefly. We've heard some rumors that the iMac Pro could be coming back in an interesting way. So if you're kind of interested in a more pro-end iMac that kind of combines maybe a studio display or even a pro display into that form factor and the Mac Studio kind of together, that would be super cool. And then also rumors have said that Apple Glass, like a glasses version of Apple Vision Pro, or at least some kind of technology, should be coming this year, though that seems like it's way more pie in the sky than actually being reality given all the Vision Pro issues. And then one other very wild Apple rumor that we've heard over the last couple of days is that Apple is working on their own smart pin that would be basically the size of an AirTag and have some cameras and sensors built in that would basically be a wearable AI companion. Now, we all know a company that tried to do this. It didn't really end up well, so I'm not sure how Apple would do it differently, but given all the rumors about Johnny Ive and OpenAI forming their own little creation that seems to be similar, seems like Apple might be wanting to jump into the space and do their own thing. Well, that seems again like it's way more out there as a concept than it is actually going to be coming this year, but definitely something to keep on your radar. And with that, that's kind of the highlight reel of Apple for 2026. New iPhones, new Macs, spec bump updates, some brand new things we've never seen before, a lot of stuff happening, and of course, with the introduction of AirTag 2, it's all starting like right now. So a lot to be excited for and a lot to look out for. So please drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the new year for Apple stuff. What are you excited for? What are you hoping to see? What do you hope the MacBook SE price is gonna be? $499? You think it's gonna go that low? Drop a comment down below, let me know. Also want to give a quick thanks again to Storyblocks for sponsoring this video. If you want to get started with unlimited stock media downloads at one set price, hit that link right down below to check out the amazing Storyblocks collection and get creating today. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much as always for watching. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you guys in the next one.